Hey y'all, so we're not in the kitchen this morning. We're actually in my office slash pantry overflow, if you can't tell by all the food around me and behind me. This is a different kind of video today. When I first started this channel, I wanted to include our journey with our son's addiction, with us raising our grandson due to that addiction, and be there for other families that were going through the same thing, and kind of did what we did for a long time and kind of just shut down and felt trapped and alone and nobody cares and all the things. So I've done 2 videos so far, and this is going to be my 3rd one. I've answered a lot of questions, a lot of really hard questions from some of you, and I have another question that has been asked. I knew it was coming, so here we go. We're going to answer this question: where is Aiden's mother? So, if you've ever watched the show Ripley's Believe It or Not, I would compare all the things that I'm getting ready to tell you. I would compare that to an episode of Ripley's, because if you didn't live it, if you weren't here for it, it's kind of hard to believe that it all happened the way it happened, but it did. Okay, so here we go. Let's get into it. My son and Aiden's mother dated for a while. They broke up. My son met somebody else. They were together for a while, and then all of a sudden the mother shows up. Hey, I've had a baby. It's yours. He's 2 weeks old. What? At that point, my son and the other lady, she had divorced her husband and had walked off and left 3 kids, teenagers down to preteens. And that comes into play here in a minute. And as soon as she heard that Aiden was in the picture, she demanded that they get married right then and there, and they did. Now, I will note that they were both addicts, and the toxicity was extremely high at that point. But okay, they got married. Knew that was my grandchild. No questions. Just knew. Come to find out, the mother was living with and engaged to my newfound daughter-in-law's ex-husband, and stepmommin to their 3 children, the oldest of which was about 2.5 years younger than mother. Knew that wasn't going to last, but okay, whatever. When I took my son's custody away from him for Aiden, I shared joint custody with mother, okay, who was still living with daughter-in-law's ex. So they traded off, okay? Does that make sense? My son's ex, just all thing. My son's ex was living with his new wife's ex. Anyway, I digress. Hold on. Now, so anyway, Aiden was it was the day of his 2nd birthday. And, you know, I was sharing custody between, with the mom, the mother, I hate to call her mom. I was sharing custody with the mother. I had Aiden. I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt and say 90%, but it was probably a lot higher than that at the time. And it was the night of his second birthday. He was spending the night with them, and I got a phone call with her screaming and yelling. They were fighting, and the guy was telling her, get out, get out, get out. And she was begging Paps and I to come to her. Well, of course I'm going to come to Aiden. I'm screaming, where's Aiden, where's Aiden, where's Aiden? And that wasn't being answered. So we just hopped in the truck. We took Pap's truck so that we could haul stuff. And it was, when I tell you it was piss pouring rain, this was the hardest rain I have seen in forever. And it was blinding at moments. So we get there. It's about a 30-minute drive for us to get there. But we get there, we pull in. I will not go in the house. I just won't. She kind of throws Aiden my way, and I just run and put him in the truck in his car seat. It's about midnight at this point. And I just run and put him in his car seat, calm him down. He's screaming. He is tore up. And she and Paps continue to load stuff in the back of the truck. And we bring her to our house. And we move her in. Now, when she moved in, he took her cell phone because he had gotten it for her. So he took it. And she had no cell phone, no nothing. So I went, within the first couple of days of her living here, I went and added her phone, bought her phone, added it to our plan, and, made monthly installment payments on it. And gave her an area that was all her own, hers and Aiden's. They had privacy. We did not invade their privacy whatsoever. That was her personal space, okay? Her personal space. She had a car. We went and got her car. We had to do some work on it. It was messing up. So we had to do some work on it. We fully paid for that. We bought food. We bought clothes. We took care of her. If we went out to eat, she went out to eat with us. If we went to the store, she went with us. She got something. She became one of ours, okay? Celebrated her birthday. I mean, just all the things. And she was here for about a year. No, this was in the beginning of the year that they moved in with us. Towards the end of the year, I started noticing a difference in her. And all I asked for her to do, I didn't ask for her to do a bit of cleaning at my house, not to cook anything, nothing. All I asked her to do was be a mother to that child. Okay? Let me be nanny and you be mama. Which, okay. And things started changing. She got into TikTok. She got into meeting different people. She got to where she would just leave for days and not come back for days. There were times when she would take Aiden with her, and that tore me up because I didn't know what she was doing with him. Come to find out, she was leaving him with every Tom, Dick, and Harry that might want to, for whatever reason, have a 2-year-old and watch them. Y'all, this is hard because I'm getting pissed again. Interruptions again. So about September or so, she said that the TikTok group that she was a part of were all going to meet in Vegas, and that she wanted to go, that somebody was paying her way. Now, I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. This girl did not work a day from the time she lived here. I don't know. I don't know. But she said that she was flying out, going to stay 10 days, I think it was, in a hotel, and then flying back. Okay. Well, you know, of course, Aiden's not going. Not going to happen. Okay. You know. We took her to the airport, and we watched her go through the gates and everything. And she came back different. And she was here, but she was in and out of here. I don't know how to explain it. She was hiding stuff from us, which we found out afterwards. Aiden turned 3 in 2020. And at the 1st of March, no, the end of February, 1st of March, we were supposed to go to upstate New York to visit our oldest son and his family. And it was supposed to be me, Paps, our daughter, and son-in-law. And we drove over to Middle Tennessee. We left Aiden here because I didn't want to have him on a plane just yet. And so we drove over to Middle Tennessee to our daughters. We were going to leave out of Nashville. And something just kept nagging at me and nagging at me. Don't get on this plane. Do not get on this plane. You can't go. And I couldn't quit crying. I couldn't quit just having a full-blown panic attack. And Paps looked at me and he said, if you're not okay with this, we're not going. You know, if you really feel this way, we don't need to get on this plane. And I couldn't get on this plane. So we weren't supposed to be home until, 5 or 6 days later. And we made the decision not to go. And I didn't tell Mother that we weren't going. I didn't tell her because I felt something off, Every time I tried to call her or text her, there was no answer. There was nothing. And she was supposed to actually be here dog sitting for us and, taking care of things. And I had even left her some money for that. And couldn't get in touch with her. So we spent the night at our daughter's house, spent the next day with them. And I told Paps, I said, we need to go home. We just need to go on home. So we came home early. Didn't tell anybody we were coming in. And they were nowhere to be found. One of our dogs had been locked into an area with no food, no water, no way to get out. He was a red tick hound. And he had no way of getting anything. And he was close to not making it. Our 3 little Yorkie poos, they had no food, no water. They could get in and out through the doggy door, but she was gone. Aiden was gone. And it was at that point when I saw the condition of the dogs and things like that, I opened the bedroom door, and I wish I hadn't. I wish I hadn't. And I'll be more than happy to share pictures of what I found in her personal space, her private area, that we made sure that the boundary was never crossed, that we crossed that threshold, because I wish I had. But I'll be more than happy to share pictures of that. It took me 8 days and a case of contractor bags to clean up that mess. If that tells you anything. The conditions that that child was sleeping in. Horrendous. Horrendous. So when I saw that, of course I'm instantly pissed. I mean, who wouldn't be, you know? And I send her a message. Where are you? And she eventually sent me, it took about 2 hours, she sent me a message back and told me that she was at her mother's house. And I said, is Aiden there? And she told me yes. And I said, I'm on my way to get him. We came home early. I'm on my way to get him. You need to be there. Okay. So I get there. There's my baby. He's filthy nasty. That seems to be a theme, don't it? Filthy nasty. And I grab him up and I love on him. And he's just smiling ear to ear. He's ready to go get in Nanny's car. So I put him in my car. Buckle him in. She doesn't tell him goodbye. She doesn't do anything. And we leave. That was the last time that baby saw his mama, or heard her voice, or anything else. I paid for her phone 3 years after that. 3 years. I just turned her phone off this year. Not one time did she call. Not one time did she text. Not one time did she ask about how this baby's doing. Nothing. I do know that she has had 2 other children, one of which I know for sure she has signed away. And the other one, I don't know. I don't know where that baby's at. As soon as I turned her phone off, I got blocked on everything. The TikTok queen blocked me on TikTok, blocked me, which I don't even know much about TikTok. Blocked me on Facebook, blocked me on everything. All of my Facebook posts since that day have been public, so that if she wanted to have anything to do with her child, she could. I left her phone on for 3 years so that if she wanted to have anything to do with her child, she could. Now, there's no telling what her family has been told, and I really don't care. I really don't care. I sent her a message a few months later telling her that I needed her to sign over her custody of Aiden to us. Sure, no problem. So I went to the courthouse, I filed, and she was served. She showed up. The judge asked her, are you sure this is what you want to do? Do you understand what you're doing? And she said, yeah, I do. She signed the papers right then and there, signing over everything to me. And when we got out into the parking lot, she came to my car and she was asking how I was doing and things like that. Not once did she ask about her child. Not once. Of course, me being me, said, well, you know, your child's doing really well, in case you want to know. I watched her get in her car. I watched her drive away. And the only other time I have heard anything from her is when either she or her mother filed Aiden on their taxes. They are the only two other people in this world that have his information that could have done that. They have done nothing for this child. I have not changed where I live. I've not moved. I've not changed my phone number. My phone number is the same that it's been since, you know, almost cell phones came out. My phone number's not changed. They know it. They know where I live. And yet, they all choose to stay away and not have anything to do with this child. At this point, 3 years later, stay the hell away. He's good. He's mine. So, yeah. She doesn't have addiction as an excuse. Okay? Which is not an excuse either way. But she can't use that. Well, I was addicted and, you know, no, you just walked away. You just walked away. So, there's a story of where his mother is. And again, I will tell it one time. And that's it. When I tell you, this baby has lost so much in his life in 6 years, I mean it. I mean it. And to still come out as strong and as smart and as sweet and loving as he is after all that, wow. A lot of us would have crumbled under the weight of some of the shit that he's been through. I'm just thankful we were there and we were able to catch him when he fell, or not when he fell, to catch him in his time of need and to be there for him and to show him the love that he deserves to be shown and give him the home that he more than deserves. So, there's your answer. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for being here. Be blessed, y'all, because we sure are. We are. And much love to everybody. Hope y'all have a great weekend. And we'll see y'all in the next video. Bye, y'all.